Can you imagine your life without water? Think of how much water you consume in one given day. Water brings power to communities and people. Water brings life. Water brings hope. Water means food. Water means healing. Water is a big deal. Try to imagine this for a second. Hundreds of little, malnourished, disease-stricken bodies running with every ounce of energy they have, holding in their hand an empty bucket. They know the water truck has arrived and they can finally have something to drink. They fight for their place in line and anxiously await their turn to fill their bucket with clean, purified drinking water. This physical presence of water in their bucket means life to them, means hope, means they can live for one more day, but tomorrow they will still be thirsty. Our vision is to quench their thirst.
Though it might be painful, you know the time will always tell. Those people have lost since gone, my Father never failed.
Through Empty Bucket Ministries, we want to live out the commandment of Christ, to love one another as I have loved you. For every child not in school, we want to provide the opportunity for education through sponsorship. For every starving tummy, we want to provide nutritious food through a feeding program. For every orphan, we want him or her to know that they are not abandoned by creating a loving and safe environment for them to call home. We want to teach them that even though the world defines them as orphans, they have a daddy. They are heirs of Christ. For every sick body, we want to provide an opportunity for medical care. And for every hopeless heart and lost soul, we want them to know that they have a future, they have purpose, they are not forgotten, and their ultimate hope is found in Jesus Christ.
You might be thinking, how can they do this? Let me ask you, how did Jesus do this? Jesus started with a relationship. Jesus started at the well. He crossed all barriers to share the good news with a Samaritan woman, and we who follow him should do no less.
Empty Bucket Ministries is a group of people striving to be Christ's ambassadors. God is making his appeal to all nations through us. We are an organization centered around empowering people both physically and spiritually. We begin by traveling the world to raise awareness, educate people on God's heart for the poor and needy, and live out our responsibility to these people.
As a disciple of Christ, it is our time. This is where we must take a stand to make a difference through Empty Bucket Ministries. Isaiah 1:17 says, "We are called to do good, to seek justice, to help the oppressed, defend the cause of orphans, and fight for the rights of widows." And it all begins at the well. Come and meet us there.